The greatest battle of Julius Caesar. 55,000 Romans defeat 180,000 Gauls. The Battle of Alesia in 52 BCE stands as one of the most remarkable military triumphs of ancient history. Against overwhelming odds, Julius Caesar led 55,000 Roman soldiers to victory over a combined Gallic force of 180,000, securing Rome's dominance over Gaul. This battle not only solidified Caesar's reputation as a master tactician but also played a pivotal role in his rise to power. The Gallic Wars 58 to 50 BCE were a series of military campaigns initiated by Caesar, then governor of Gaul and Illyricum, to secure Rome's borders and expand its influence. Gaul, a region comprising modern-day France, Belgium, Luxembourg, and parts of Switzerland, was rich in resources and strategically vital to Roman security. However, the region was fragmented into tribal factions, often at odds with one another. Caesar's campaigns were marked by relentless ambition. Though he presented the war as a defensive measure, historians agree that it was a calculated effort to strengthen his political position in Rome. The conquest of Gaul offered immense wealth, military prestige, and the ability to pay off his significant debts, while also providing a buffer against the Germanic tribes beyond the Rhine. By 52 BCE, a charismatic leader named Vercingetorix from the Arverni tribe had united the Gallic tribes against Roman aggression. Vercingetorix employed a strategy of scorched earth tactics, avoiding open battle and instead harassing the Romans while cutting off their supplies. His leadership and unifying influence posed the greatest threat Caesar had faced in his Gallic campaigns. After several confrontations, Vercingetorix retreated with his forces to Alesia, a hilltop fortress in modern Burgundy, France. This decision set the stage for the climactic battle that would determine the fate of Gaul. Alesia was a formidable stronghold, perched atop a 150-meter hill and surrounded by rivers, making it nearly impregnable. Inside the city, Vercingetorix commanded approximately 80,000 warriors, with supplies prepared for a prolonged siege. Caesar, leading 55,000 soldiers, including 40,000 Roman legionaries, 10,000 auxiliaries, and 5,000 Germanic cavalry, faced the daunting task of conquering this fortified position while preparing for the arrival of a massive Gallic relief force. Rather than assaulting Alesia directly, Caesar ordered the construction of two concentric lines of defense around the city. The inner line, 17 kilometers, encircled Alesia, trapping the defenders and cutting off their supplies. The outer line, 22 kilometers, protected the Romans from the incoming relief force. These fortifications were engineering marvels, featuring ditches filled with water, wooden palisades, and traps such as hidden pits and sharpened stakes. The Romans even built towers and strongholds along the lines to reinforce their positions. This dual-layered siege strategy turned the battlefield into a fortress and ensured that Caesar controlled both offense and defense. In late summer 52 BCE, the Gallic relief force, numbering around 100,000, arrived to break the siege. They established a camp on a nearby hill, ready to coordinate with Vercingetorix for a pincer attack on the Romans. The relief force launched repeated attacks on Caesar's outer fortifications, while Vercingetorix's troops within Alesia assaulted the inner line. Both forces aimed to overwhelm the Romans through sheer numbers. Despite facing attacks on two fronts, the Roman fortifications held strong. Caesar's strategy of keeping mobile reserves allowed his forces to respond to breaches and reinforce weak points. The Roman cavalry, bolstered by Germanic allies, played a decisive role. They repeatedly outmaneuvered the Gallic cavalry, disrupting their communication and coordination with the relief force. The turning point came during a massive, coordinated assault by the Gallic forces. Vercingetorix's warriors pushed against the attack on the outer defenses. Recognizing the dire situation, Caesar personally led a counterattack, rallying his troops at critical moments. The discipline and determination of the Roman legions, coupled with Caesar's leadership, turned the tide. The Gallic relief force, exhausted and demoralized, eventually broke ranks and retreated. With no reinforcements coming, Vercingetorix surrendered the next day, ending the siege. The defeat at Alesia marked the collapse of organized Gallic resistance. Gaul was fully subjugated, becoming a Roman province. This conquest provided Rome with immense wealth and resources while securing its northern borders. The victory at Alesia catapulted Caesar to unparalleled fame and power. He returned to Rome as a hero, his military success overshadowing his political rivals, particularly Pompey. However, this newfound power also intensified tensions with the Senate, ultimately leading to the Roman Civil War. The Battle of Alesia remains a textbook example of siege warfare and military ingenuity. Caesar's ability to adapt, innovate, and inspire his troops under immense pressure demonstrated his unparalleled command. The Battle of Alesia was more than just a military victory. It was a testament to Julius Caesar's brilliance as a strategist and leader. By defeating an enemy force more than 3 times the size of his own, Caesar not only secured Rome's dominance over Gaul, but also set the stage for his rise as one of history's most influential figures. This extraordinary feat of engineering, discipline, and leadership continues to be studied as a hallmark of ancient military strategy.